Hey, everyone. Hey. Okay, that's good. All right. How everyone doing? Sorry I'm a little late to you all. So look, today we're gonna be talking about some stuff because you all know my issue and my pet peeve is this illegal migrant invasion, illegal alien invasion. And that's my pet peeve. And I'm going to, long as we are a sanctuary city, which is Chicago, Chicago wants to stay this idiot Brandon Johnson. Long as he wants to stay a sanctuary city, I'm going to be on his butt. We're going to be on his butt until he get these illegals out, until Trump is able to come in and do what he had to do. So I'm your expert trainer, Danny C. And this is where fitness meets politics, okay? So as you all see, this is my line, you against you fitness, all right? So this is my two-piece that I have, and it's the pants and the jacket. Look, it got you against you fitness on it. And this is something good for if it's cold or you just want to run around, do what you want to do. It's a good jogging suit. If you want to purchase this, let me know. I have my email and things in the comment. And also, look, Chicago Flips Red. I gotta have this t-shirt. So my Chicago Flips Red t-shirt, you all. If you want to purchase one of these, Chicago Flips Red, then you all can definitely hit me up too. I'm going to post the email for Chicago Flips Red if you want to be a part of that, or if you just want some training. Uh, that's what I'm going to be posting, letting you all know. But Donald Moore, I need that. Okay, Donald, you need the t-shirt? Yeah, I'm going to hit you. Yeah, so Donald, if you want to, you can. I think Donald, man, you Facebook friends, IG, you can hit me up there if you want to. Because it's you against you fitness. Hit me up, and then I'll message you, and you can get one. Yeah, this is it. Everybody liking this shirt, y'all. Everybody liking this. They want look. We going to New York. We going to a lot of places, and we not playing until Chicago do what they supposed to do. And we get rid of these illegals. This is what's going on. Okay, so as you all know, Trump is declaring that he's going to do a mass deportation when he get in office. He campaigned on that. He know that's what we voted him in for, and so he's going to do the job. He's saying he's going to do what he promised to do during his campaigning, and this is what the people voted him to do, right? So he won. The immigration was the number one issue for all Americans, not just Democrats, not just Republicans. It was all Americans. So, and majority of the Americans supported a mass deportation. They didn't care if it was whoever. If you came over here illegally, then you got to go. Okay? That's how I feel. Now, particularly in these sanctuary cities or these cities who are allowing these illegals to come over to their city and paper them up on the taxpayer dime like we are in Chicago, because we have an idiot Brandon Johnson, who was voted the worst mayor in America. Yes, Brandon Johnson was voted the worst mayor in America. So you would think under Tiffany Henyard, who can get any worse? But yes, he broke her record. All right. So we didn't vote for him, you all. We did not vote for him. But because we have people who in Chicago is a deep Democrat stronghold, and we have people who only do identity politics, particular black people, and we only vote on color. We don't look at policies. We don't look at do these what they have implemented in their past. Do they have any experience at running one of the largest city in America? We have a lot of people didn't do that research. So do they want to defund the police? My husband just retired because of this same thing. And these people, so we did not, I did, but a lot of people didn't do research, just do identity politics. And like black people, who we are, we just vote blue no matter who. So now we're stuck with the consequences of your decisions and vote. This dude want to raise our property taxes. Y'all see 300 million. That's about that and a little bit more, a lot more of what he paid to paper up these illegals, giving them free everything. So this is what he did, all right? So remember, I told you all it's a lot of criminals that came over here, all right? So now we're going to talk about, now have the roosters have came to roost, all right? Because remember, these politicians don't care anything about you until it happens to them. Long as they're in that gated community and they don't have nothing, they have security guards and they're not worried about the criminals and what we are going through as citizens, of just regular citizens who don't have millions of dollars. They don't care. They tell us, deal with these illegals, deal with the invasion, even though we know it's a bunch of criminals. That's what they're doing. So we know Brandon Johnson has doubled down, and our governor, who and they said that they're not going to work with Trump and they're not going to allow him to come in and get these illegals out and a lot of criminals. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, I want to show you all first what's going on and then how we have a lot of criminals here and what's going on. All right, so let's do this. Let's just show this first.
Picked it.
These 1,500 migrants are rushing to our southern border, trying to make it before President-elect Donald Trump takes office.
And those migrants on the march as the Biden administration quietly loosens immigration policies before they go.
Griff Jenkins joins us now for more. Hey, Griff.
Hey, good morning, guys. Here they come. This is the sixth caravan coming out of southern Mexico in the past few months. And it's clear that Mexico's new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, is doing little to stop them. Take a look here. You can see it is 1,500 strong and growing. The caravan's leader, Luis Villagran, told me yesterday he's encouraging these migrants to march on despite the incoming Trump administration's threat to deport them. And the migrants seem unafraid.
Listen to this. Listen.
I watched an interview where Trump said there will be a deportation of anyone who committed a crime from any country. But for an immigrant who hasn't committed any crime, there won't be a deportation. So I'm not afraid of anything.
Look.
Whatever happens, the dream is the American dream, and to be there.
This caravan comes as Border Patrol Chief Jason Owens yesterday said in the past 51 days, they have already arrested 20 sex offenders at the southern border, 3 child sex offenders.
Hold on, because this is what's going to be important. This is what's going to go into what we're talking about. Okay, so let's just break this down real quick. And I'm just going to, so they just said the Biden and Harris administration has loosened, now that she lost, they have loosened the policies now, and they're allowing them to come in. Now that they know that they're allowed to come in, they're trying to get in before Trump gets in. And you hear what this illegal said. Trump said he's gonna start deporting the criminals first, so he's just coming over here and not worry about it. So you still just gonna come over here and break the law. This is why everybody needs to go, not just criminals, because these people. So are you coming over here and bringing resources, or are you coming over here to take our resources and get on a government assistance like they are in Chicago, where we are giving them free house and free food, free everything? Now, listen to what this man just said. They are gonna dive into the criminal aspect of this. This is what's going on. This is who's in our cities and things like this. Sanctuary cities especially, because we don't cooperate with ICE and we paper them up. Now listen to this, what they're saying.
Any country. But for an immigrant who hasn't committed any crime, there won't be a deportation. So I'm not afraid of anything.
Now listen.
Whatever happens, the dream is the American dream, and to be there.
This caravan comes as Border Patrol Chief Jason Owens yesterday said in the past 51 days, they have already arrested 20 sex offenders at the southern border, 3 child sex offenders in just the last 72 hours. And guys, those are just we know about. Don't forget about the gotaways. Meanwhile, ICE sources confirmed to me yesterday they are rolling out an ICE portal app here in New York and a few other cities, allowing migrants.
Okay, so we see that they have arrested. They caught 26 sex offenders, those who have sexually assaulted children, and like he said, we're not even talking about the gotaways, right? So this is just right now within the last 51 days. These are still the people who are continually to come over here. Now, we know that this Biden and Harris administration has let 21 million people over here, all whom are unvetted. So we have a lot of sex offenders, a lot of convicted murderers and things like that. And guess what, you all? They're coming to the sanctuary cities. Why? Because if they go to red states, the red states don't protect them and they don't paper them up. So the red states are going to make sure if they commit any little crime, they're going to go to jail and they're going to be deported. The red states, I'm not playing, they don't hire them. If you're illegally there, you are not getting hired. They don't give them free resources. It's only the Democratic cities. So now, because we're Chicago, we're a sanctuary city. New York is a sanctuary city. So now all of these criminals and people are here because we are the ones who's harboring them. We are the ones who protecting them. We don't cooperate with ICE. We don't allow ICE to come in and get these people. So these people have committed many and multiple crimes in these sanctuary cities, or they'll be somewhere and then they'll come to a sanctuary city. They will probably go commit a lot of crimes, but then they'll run to a sanctuary city because they can't be deported or they can't be reported by the local police. So now we know that we are harboring all of these criminals, all these sanctuary cities, because we do not work with ICE, and we are giving them free everything on the taxpayer dollar while you're trying to tax us, Brandon Johnson. Now, listen to this. Now, Trump had been telling us that these people are coming from at least 150 countries, and they have emptied their jails and let them come over here. So that means all the jails they had, all these countries had emptied their jail and told them to come over here. So we have a lot of criminals that were in jail for heinous crimes that have been let in under the Biden and Harris administration, and now they're in our cities and states. So this is now, let's just bring the facts on. Trump was right. When he say things, the media always want to seem like Trump being racist, Trump this. No, he's trying to tell you the truth where the lying media is lying to you. Now let's listen to this. We're going to listen to this so we can get the facts of them telling us who's here.
Who were caught and released at the...
Okay, let's listen.
Means they are here, and this is just...
Well, a disturbing development on the border crisis. Wait until you hear this. The Director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirms that more than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
Released.
The letter here tells the tale. Hello, I'm John Roberts in Washington. You believe this, Sandra?
Which means they are here, and this is just an unbelievable development. I'm Sandra Smith in New York. Good to be with you, John. This is America Reports. Let's get right to Bill Malugin. He's got this news for us. He's live out of Douglas, Arizona right now, where Vice President Kamala Harris is set to visit later this afternoon. Bill, the details of this news, what do you have?
Listen.
Yeah, and Sandra, bear with me. We just got these numbers moments ago, but it's a jaw dropper to say the least. So to set the stage here, let me just explain what these numbers mean. ICE has something called a non-detained docket. Essentially what that is it means migrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal custody. So who's on this non-detained docket? It's illegal immigrants who were caught and released at the border, released with the court date years away. They're in immigration proceedings, combined with illegal immigrants who have already been deported from the country by a judge, but are still here roaming the country. So keep that in mind.
Okay, hold on. Look at these numbers. Hold on, y'all. Let me just let y'all see this. Hold on. And then he gonna finish talking. I need you all to see these numbers of these people that's here. So look, 1,300 convicted of murder, homicide, right? Look, make sure y'all see this. Convicted of rape, of, let me see, of sexual assault, 15,811. So look, you all see this, right? Okay, I'm gonna let him finish talking. I just want to make sure you all see this.
This non-detained docket.
Okay.
According to what that is it means migrants who were encountered by DHS but are no longer in federal custody. So who's on this non-detained docket? It's illegal immigrants who were caught and released at the border, released with the court date years away. They're in immigration proceedings, combined with illegal immigrants who have already been ordered deported from the country by a judge but are still here roaming the country. So keep that in mind, this non-detained docket. According to a letter that the acting director of ICE just sent to Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez, on ICE's non-detained docket, they're currently tracking 425,000 non-citizens who have been convicted of a crime.
Listen.
Of that number, over 13,000 non-citizens have convictions for homicide.
Listen.
And are on the non-detained docket, meaning they're roaming the country right now. On top of that, there are another 15,811 non-citizens convicted of sexual assault who are roaming the country right now on ICE's non-detained docket. It doesn't stop there. Those are convictions.
Listen.
The ICE director also says there are currently just under 1,900 non-citizens on the non-detained docket who have pending homicide charges who are roaming the country, and another 4,250 non-citizens who have pending sexual assault charges who are roaming the country on the non-detained docket. So people's eyes might be glazing over right now with all the numbers we just threw at you. Just to put it in a nutshell right here, what we've learned from the acting ICE director via this letter to Congressman Tony Gonzalez is right now there are over 13,000 illegal aliens convicted of homicide who are roaming the United States right now. There are another 15,811 illegal aliens roaming the country right now who have been convicted of sexual assault, and there are even more who are facing charges for homicide and charges for sexual assault. So this just goes to show, guys, the non-detained docket has exploded under the Biden administration to over, I believe it's 7.3 million. They're anticipating it could hit 8 million by the end of the year. But looking at the numbers on this letter right here, there are currently over 600,000 non-citizens on ICE's non-detained docket who are either convicted, 600,000 non-citizens on this non-detained docket who are roaming the country right now. Of that, 425,000 have already been convicted of crimes. 222,000 are pending crimes.
Right.
And again, the most serious crimes we just told you about, over 13,000 convicted of homicide, over 15,000 convicted of sexual assault. And honestly, that is not a surprise to hear given these horrible headlines we keep seeing popping up in multiple parts of the country almost every day now of a horrible sexual assault or a murder or another violent felony committed by an illegal alien who is often caught and released from custody. And the jaw dropper here too, guys, is all these numbers we just rattled off, they don't even account for the nearly 2 million gotaways who've crossed our border under the Biden administration. Those almost 2 million gotaways, they were never encountered by DHS. They snuck in. They were never caught by Border Patrol. They were never encountered by ICE. There's no record of them, so they have nothing to do with the numbers I just rattled off to you. These are just the numbers of people that ICE has already encountered, that Border Patrol has encountered, that DHS knows who they are. And we just saw those horrible stories in Nantucket the other day. ICE ran a week-long operation in Nantucket, and in a single operation in a 48-hour span, they arrested two Salvadoran illegal aliens who came into the country as gotaways and were arrested for child rape on Nantucket.
Listen.
They got a Brazilian guy who was arrested for sexually assaulting a Nantucket resident, and then a Guatemalan guy who was previously deported who was arrested for sexually assaulting a Nantucket resident. So we keep seeing all these headlines about migrant crime popping up in different cities all over the country. This right here is the first time we have ever seen specific numbers as to who and what ICE is tracking when it comes to convicted criminals who have crossed the border at some point and are either supposed to be deported or are going through their immigration proceedings but are not in ICE custody right now and are roaming the country. So I'll ping it back to you guys, but some pretty jaw-dropping numbers that we are still going through as we speak right now.
So, Bill, this letter.
Okay, y'all just heard the numbers, right? So this is what y'all thought we was gonna vote for. This incompetent, wench, so-called black wench, who's supposed to be the border czar. So you let all these people in here. They have committed crimes on the American people. Now we know. Could y'all push the like button? Push the like button for me, you all. Push the like button for me. Okay? Just push the like. Yup. Here goes Zoe, my boo Zoe here. Look, they have let these people in here. They remember, they didn't tell us this. They were lying, talking about Kamala and all of them, but that the border was secure and the news was not covering what was going on. We knew it because they were coming in this, when Abbott, because we had shows that I love on YouTube and X who are telling the real story of who's here and letting you see that they were coming across the border while the mainstream media was lying to us, okay? So we knew that 2 and 3 years ago, and I was going on Facebook talking about it. But when Abbott let them shine the light, since the Democrats wanted to lie and talk about that he was being xenophobic because he didn't want to allow all these millions in, and the Biden and Harris administration was lying. So he said, okay, I'm going to bustle to the sanctuary cities. This is y'all policies. Y'all want this? I'm going to let y'all have exactly what y'all voted for. And so when he started busting them here, which was genius, I wouldn't have, and I don't blame him. Now the media had to cover it because they were coming here. So you all listen. You just saw the numbers of how many people is here with who have committed crimes and things like that, or were convicted of rape, murder, and was allowed. So they knew who they were and then allowed them to stay in here. So that means you come across the border. We see that you was convicted of murder or sexual assault. And then because the Biden and Harris administration, they did away with the catch and release, where if you could call, you got to be released back in Mexico. They did away with Trump policy, so now they're catching them. So if you committed a murder, our borders is open. You're going to walk over our border, and then they find out, oh, this man committed a murder. They released them right out here. Now they anywhere. Like they just said, I said they could be anywhere. And we know that they have a lot of them came to sanctuary cities. Like I said, what I just explained to you earlier, because we harbor them and we protect them. And not only that, we paper them up. So not only do we reward them for being a criminal, we give them everything. And we don't. And the local police, because my husband was a police, where they were standing in the police stations. The local police couldn't even arrest them, you all. They were staying in the police station. They were outside drinking, smoking weed, drinking, having sex, selling sex, having illegal selling food, cutting hair, all outside in front of the police stations, you all, and the police couldn't even arrest them. They were told to stand down. I trained a lot of police officers. My husband was a police officer. So this is what they were going through. So you couldn't arrest them. You couldn't do nothing. This is sanctuary cities for them. If you was an American citizen and you was caught just drinking open liquor on the street, you would get arrested or you would get a ticket. They can just do that right in front of the police station. And that was legal. Not only that, they were still giving them free everything, papering them up on our dime. So now, let's just see how karma is, because see, this is what we're fighting in Chicago, because all these illegals, we have at least that I want to say 70,000 in Chicago alone, and I believe it's more, and they're all in our neighborhoods. So not only do we already have to worry about crime, now we got to worry about migrant crime, like Trump said, migrant crime. So now they're all in our neighborhood doing whatever they want, and they're not being arrested or detained or deported. Okay, so now we talk about that. Now let's see how karma comes home, and let's see how God don't like ugly. Okay, so the very Democrats who tell you for complaining about this and not accepting this garbage, they label you. They call you xenophobic. They call you a hater. They call you racist because you don't want to deal with this, like they don't want to deal with this. But this is what they label you and call you. But listen, let's see how this assistant feel since it happened to her. So now we're going to talk about the Manhattan assistant attorney, district attorney Alvin Briggs. Okay, so you know he's soft on crime. He don't do nothing for the crime that's going rampant in New York. He don't prosecute the criminals, just like Kim Fox don't do it here. In all these liberal cities, Democrat-ran cities, the criminals just get away with everything. So Alvin Briggs, he's gonna make sure he sent all of his resources to go after Trump, right? He want to go after Trump. He want to make sure he do his job with Trump. But when it comes down to the criminals and the illegals in New York, they just get a slap on the wrist. They just keep, just like Chicago, and keep being allowed. They get out the next day or 3 hours later or whatever, and keep being allowed to do this. So let's see how karma just comes right around on them, the Democrats who are in office. Because this is what you want the regular American citizens to deal with. Let's see you deal with it. Let's see when it comes to your home, how you gonna deal with it. Let's see if you talk about don't arrest them now and things like that. See, these people, and that's what I said, it's something that it got to happen to them before they want you to do something about it, but they want you to deal with it. Okay, let's see this.
This is a 65.
And I'm not happy, but they need to experience what we experience every day.
Next story about violence in New York
City. Okay, look.
About violence in New York City. Another story.
Wait a minute.
Next story about violence in New York City. Another story about it. A city where residents are already questioning why flood random attacks.
And this particular attack, with an unusual twist, clearly proves that nobody is immune to street violence. The victim this time, an assistant district attorney here in Manhattan. She was confronted Sunday at her apartment in Midtown.
And the evildoer in all this, hitting her up for money and then engaged in a disgusting behavior. Here's Lauren Glassberg.
Well, that suspect, 25-year-old Brandon Samosa, will be arraigned at criminal court here in Lower Manhattan, but it will actually be a Bronx district attorney that prosecutes him. That's to avoid any conflict of interest, since the alleged victim is a Manhattan assistant district attorney. This is video of a smiling Brandon Samosa being led out of the Midtown South precinct on West 35th Street this morning. Police say at about 2 a.m. Sunday, he robbed a 38-year-old woman in the hallway of her Hell's Kitchen apartment building. He allegedly grabbed her purse, cell phone, and bank cards, and also performed a lewd act. The victim is a Manhattan assistant DA. She was not injured. Police traced her stolen cell phone to a hotel on West 45th Street, which led them to believe the suspect is a migrant, and they were able to track him down. Samosa was arrested just last night. Police say he was using drugs on the street and had stolen items with him. Police believe he is part of Tren to Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang that has preyed on people in Times Square and Central Park. Samosa is facing a number of counts, including sexually motivated robbery and burglary. He also has 6 prior arrests, all from this year on similar crimes. And he's
okay, hold on. Let's just break this down. let's break this down, y'all. So this is the crime they're seeing in New York, right? With these illegals, right? So this lady was an assistant district attorney of Alvin Bregg's office. If you go Google it, and they're gonna get in depth, if you can read it, when you read it, this is who this lady is, right? So this man robbed her, and he did some, he was playing with himself and stuff like that. With that's what they were saying, masturbating and things like that. And this is the people that, remember, you saw the in the video prior that the man just said these people are coming over the border who are rapists, who have committed sexual crimes, who have been doing all these things, right? These are the people who's here. Now, I told you they're going to sanctuary cities. So New York has seen a spike in sexual related crimes. And so this is the issue. But now you have did this. Now this has happened to a lady who's assistant to you, Alvin Briggs. So now, do you still feel like, I bet you they prosecute this illegal. I bet you they get him all the time or deport him. I bet you they do that because he did something to one of them. But these people been doing this to just regular people all the time. The guy in the prior video just broke it down at the end of the video, all the crimes that these sexual crimes that these illegals have been committing in the prior video when he talked about the numbers. Remember that. And now you say, the Democrat Party say, oh no, Trump being mean because he talking about having a mass deportation and you talking about using the military and blah, 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 blah. No, we want him. These are the people that we have here. And then you see he laughed. He laughed at it. Not only that, now we have the gangs here because they're in Chicago, Tren, they're in Colorado. I'm going to show you a video of where all these gangs are at. So not only do we have criminals here, rapists, convicted of murder, now we have the gang, Tren that's really invading America. So you Democrats want us to vote for this garbage. Y'all mad at us, black people, because we didn't show up for Kamala. Are you stupid? This lady is a joke. This whole administration is a joke. These people should go to jail. They should go to jail for treason. That whole Biden administration, Mayorkas, the Biden, Harris, I can't think of his name, but I get it. But anyway, yeah. So now Alvin Briggs, now you have an illegal who has assaulted one of your assistants. Now let's see how you feel about that. Because you wasn't saying it's cool, long as it's American people. Now it's getting closer and closer to your home. So let me finish. So y'all see, now listen to what they saying. This illegal has been convicted of 7 prior assaults. 7 prior. So that means he's in that New York City just committing crime. Why do they keep letting him out? How do he get out to commit 7 more? Do he got to kill someone like Lake and Rowley just happened? Or like the multiple other women who just been killed by these illegals because they keep letting them out. Alvin Briggs' office keep letting these people out. So he committed 7 crimes already, Alvin Briggs, and you let him out. Now he convicted a sexual crime on your assistant. This is how these idiots are. The Democratic Party. This is their policies. And then they want the regular citizens to deal with this garbage. Now, and look at this. Look at this criminal face. He's smiling. He's laughing. No remorse. This is the people that they let over our border. Let me go back.
To believe the suspect is a migrant, and they were able to track him down. Somoza was arrested just last night. Police say he was using drugs on the street and had stolen items with him. Police believe he is part of Tren de Aragua. That's the Venezuelan gang that has preyed on people in Times Square and Central Park. Somoza is facing a number of counts, including sexually motivated robbery and burglary. He also has 6 prior arrests, all from this year on similar crimes.
Listen.
And he's believed to have arrived in the U.S. in February of 2023. In Lower Manhattan, Lauren Glassberg, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
In 23. So you have committed 6, including this one, 7 crimes already, and you got here in 23. And now they just said Tren de Aragua, they've been wreaking havoc in New York. And trying to do in Chicago and all these other sanctuary cities, or the cities that's like California that's allowing them to come in droves by the thousands. And if you notice, they're all Democratic ran states and cities. So this is what they wanted us to vote for. This is what they thought we was going to vote for, and be stupid enough to say, okay, we want more of this. All while these idiots are in their gated communities and they don't have to deal with the stuff we got to deal with. Now that it's in your backyard, Alvin Briggs, let's see what you're going to do about it. I bet you if it was in Brandon Johnson, I bet you if something happened to one of his wife or his kids with illegal, let's see how his tune would be. But they want us to deal with this, and our kids, put our kids in danger, and our wives, the husbands to put their wives in danger. But they want us to deal with it and tell us we are being, what would Jesus do? And we're not being Christian-like, and we are not being whatever. Y'all can kiss my entire with this. Now look, this just happened in that was in New York. So you just heard them say that it's been plenty of crimes like this. That's the crime have went up in New York like this since these illegals got here. Now this happened in Chicago. And you notice that you see all the mainstream media, why they didn't plaster this? Why they not plastering this like they plastered that Trump want to use the military to get rid of these people? Why this is not plastered all over the media, the liberal news? Or why they defending this? Well, now let me show you in Chicago. So this is what you all have to look forward to when you all want.
It's a shame so many people struggle with the most common teen.
When you all want us to deal with this garbage.
30-second.
Physically,
okay, let's look at
prosecutors
this.
say that suspect has a pattern of following women from train stations and attacking them from behind. And if released, they argue he would likely do it again.
Look at this.
Students walking UIC's campus are on high alert after a woman was attacked and sexually assaulted near a busy CTA stop.
Well, that's very scary to hear.
There's a lot of walking to do here. And of course, most of our students are commuters.
Around 8 p.m. on Saturday, March 16th, UIC police say Venezuelan migrant Elvis Jesus Hernandez Pernalete, who also goes by Luis Guevara, followed a woman from the UIC Halsted Blue Line station and, according to court documents, wrapped one arm around her neck and another around her torso. He allegedly physically and sexually assaulted her, stole her belongings, and ran.
Yeah, so here's the incident.
The victim was not a UIC student or staff member, but the assault prompted a campus-wide alert.
We have individuals in our city who are not completely vetted. We don't know their criminal history. We don't know what they're capable of.
Alderman Ray Lopez has been an advocate for adding so-called carve-outs to the sanctuary city policy that would hold asylum seekers who commit crimes accountable.
I know that there are individuals who undoubtedly are here trying for a new life, trying for something better. But at the same time, we have to address those who are just here to cause a ruckus.
And in this case, court documents reveal Pernalete didn't stop with the UIC attack.
Listen.
Instead, following a second woman from a train station and attacking her too. He's been charged with criminal sexual abuse, aggravated battery and strangulation, robbery, and attempted robbery.
We cannot continue to give cover for individuals who want to play to our sympathies in order to commit crimes against the innocent.
In early March, that same suspect was arrested for allegedly stealing from TJ Maxx. And up until his most recent arrest, he was living at the migrant shelter at the Old Standard Club in the Loop. He will next appear in court on April 10th. Reporting from UIC, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alderman Raymond Lopez of Chicago's 15th.
We have a couple of these stories that happened in Chicago, and it's a couple, and it's a lot that happened in New York. I know y'all remember that New York, where the young girl, 11-year-old girl, was raped by illegal. Where in New York they were on a moped. They were dragging when they dragged the old lady to take her purse, and they had with the other gentleman on the Tren de Aragua. He was a part of their gang. He was on a moped, and the police was after him, and then he just turned around, started shooting the police, and said that he was giving orders from the Tren de Aragua gang in New York to shoot the police if they try to stop him. So this is what's going on in these cities. So you want us to deal with this. We have to make sure we shine the light, build that wall, right? We have to make sure we shine a light on these things, because let me just show you all another video. So Tren de Aragua, if you all haven't heard, they're here. If you saw what happened in Denver when they took over apartment buildings. So they're definitely doing that. They're definitely getting really, really big all across America. The gang is growing. All right. So do you see the mainstream media covering that every day, talking about what's going on with that? But they want to keep talking about how Trump want to get rid of these illegals and how he's going to separate families and use the military. But they're not showing y'all this. They're not showing y'all how many people have been let in, criminals, and these people who don't care, who just intentionally breaking the law. They don't want to show you that. They just want to keep telling you, feel sorry for these people. Go against your best interests. All right, so we just showed what's happening in Chicago. Now, and you see the illegal just laughing. They don't care. So now this lady is going to talk about, this was pretty interesting to me, because she just showed, I want y'all to see where they at. And this probably an older video.
You get a month before the bank could detect the fraud.
Okay, look.
It's theft and fraud, according to a leaked Department of Homeland Security memo that we obtained at the Post.
Look
now,
at
this
this.
memo outlines the country has made its way into at least the Venezuelan gang known as Tren de Aragua that has been carrying out crimes across the country has made its way into at least 16 U.S. states.
Look at these.
According to a leaked Department of Homeland Security memo that we obtained at the Post. Now, this memo outlines how the gang, while growing in size in the United States through the waves of illegal migrants crossing the border, especially the large waves of Venezuelans, they've brought in numerous different crimes, and they've also increased the severity of those crimes. Now, the newest states to see the expansion of Tren de Aragua are Wyoming, Washington, D.C., a territory, Virginia, as well as Montana. Now, we spoke with the sheriff of Laramie County, who says that while he doesn't believe that the gang has necessarily taken over Wyoming, he does have a suspected member of the gang in his jail that he says was just passing through the state. The gang is also increasing its theft and fraud operations in the United States. In one case in Florida, a gang member allegedly stole $118,000 in funds from a bank and was able to wire that money to accounts in Venezuela, before the bank could detect the fraud. In Fairfax County, Virginia, cops in 2023 arrested 3 suspected gang members for a shoplifting incident. Those individuals all had tattoos that are tied to the gang. One presented a fake Venezuelan ID. Look. While the gang is expanding its reach across nearly half of America's population, the incoming Trump administration says it's ready to crack down on their operations. There are some major hindrances to that, however, including sanctuary jurisdictions where the gang tends to go to, places like Chicago, New York City, other areas.
Okay, listen. This is the part I want you all to listen to. Listen to what she said. This is what I want y'all to hear.
Hindrances to that, however, administration says it's ready to crack down on their operations. There are some major hindrances to that, however, including sanctuary jurisdictions where the gang tends to go to, places like Chicago, New York City, other areas of the country that bar immigration enforcement officers in the federal government from working with their local officers. On top of that, there is also the fact that the Maduro regime in Venezuela does not accept deportation flights from the United States, making it difficult.
Okay, listen. So listen. She just said what I've been telling you all. They're coming to the sanctuary cities because we don't cooperate with ICE and stuff. So we're harboring them. This is what she just said. This is what I'm telling you all and been telling you all why we have to wake up and see what's going on. While we're down there fighting and this mayor, okay, let me let her finish just because a little bit that we're going to talk about it. So now she's talking about how the president won't even take these people back, and Trump addressed that. So we're going to talk about that. But she's saying how they know they sent their criminals here. They know what they did, and now they're saying we ain't taking them back. Y'all stuck with them. All right, let's just go back a little bit.
Including sanctuary jurisdictions where the gang tends to go to, places like Chicago, New York City, other areas of the country that bar immigration enforcement officers in the federal government from working with their local officers. On top of that, there's also the fact that the Maduro regime in Venezuela does not accept deportation flights from the United States, making it difficult to remove these individuals from the United States. Many of these migrant gang members have become very used to the revolving door of justice.
So remember when Trump said, when he got in office before, how the Venezuelan president said they wasn't accepting these criminals back. And remember, he said he made a call, and remember they were putting buses and things like that on the airport strips so the planes can't get in. Like she just said, he's not accepting them back. He's not accepting deported. So if you got a plane that's bringing them back, he's not accepting it. He was putting things on the runway where the plane couldn't land. Trump addressed that in a few of his rallies. And what he said was, this is what they were doing. And he had to make a call and say, look, if you don't take your criminals back, that was his first administration, that we're going to have tariffs put on you. This is how terrorists work. While the Democrats are talking about, oh my God, terrorists, blah, blah, blah. This is how you leverage that. If you don't take your criminals back, all that money that we're giving you, stop it. So all the money that we're supporting Venezuela and buying y'all stuff, y'all oil and all that stuff, we're not accepting that. Not only that, we're going to, everything you want to come in and bring in here, we're going to put tariffs on it. So that means we're going to charge the mess out of you to just let your whatever you were selling, let's just say Venezuela, what is it? I'm just saying cars. Let's just say they ship a lot of cars to the United States. No, you're going to be taxed real high to get to ship your car in here. So they don't want that. So they allowed Trump to bring back those criminals, fly back those criminals. So now Trump addressed that, and recently in his a lot of his rallies and things like that. He addressed that because as you see now, this the president has went back to what he's saying, that he's not accepting these people under the Biden and Harris administration. So now Trump said, like he said, oh, you gonna accept these people back. All y'all countries that these people have came from, y'all going to accept these people back. And see, that's what we need in a leader. He's a leader because he's going to do what's best for the Chicago and American citizens and what we want. So now we have this. Now what's going to happen, and what I want you all to understand, yeah, he's going to accept them back. So yeah, he's going to accept them back. So listen, so this is what's going on, and I'm trying to tell you all this, taking them back, or they go to the middle of the ocean. So they're going to take them back, or they go to the middle of the ocean. I know that's right. Man, surely you talk too much on folks' grade. So like I said, and not only that, so I showed you all, if you go on the video I posted yesterday, these people are coming over here knowing that they're breaking the law. They don't care. They're coming over here. They know what Trump said, like the video I just showed y'all in the beginning. They know they're coming. So if you just get in here now, I showed a couple of videos in the beginning of this live. And so these people know they are coming over here. They know that Trump said he's going to deport them. They know this, but they said we're coming over here anyway. We're coming over here no matter what Trump says. We're coming over here because if in the video I showed you all, the video that I did live yesterday, this is their exact words. We're coming over here and we're not going back. We're coming in under the Biden and Harris administration, and hopefully we can hide out, stay low and not be deported. But if we do get deported, it's going to be on a taxpayer dime. We won't have to use none of our resources to go back. This is what they have said. When the man interviewed one of the people, one of the illegals who headed this way, this is their exact words. This is like he said, this is their thought process. They're going to come over here no matter what Trump says, no matter what this new president has said. They don't care. They're coming anyway. And if you want them to leave, if you want to deport them, then use the taxpayer money to deport them back. This is what they're saying. This is how they're thinking. And so now, guess what? We have to pay for this because we have an idiot, Brandon Johnson, who just tried to propose a $300 million tax hike on the citizens who we already are suffering. We already have a bad economy thanks to the Biden and Harris administration. We can't feed our families. We're only working to just pay for gas, to barely make our rent. Rent has gone up so high. We got the house insurance. Insurance has skyrocketed. So you all are in a recession. We have been in a recession for about 3 years now. I talked about it on my Facebook. I told the people, I said, you all listen, we are in a recession. You don't need to wait for nobody to tell you that. You can feel it with your pockets. You can feel it in you have to get 2 and 3 jobs. You work one main job and you have to have 2 and 3 side jobs. Don't wait till nobody to tell you that this economy is bad. You don't have to wait to the mainstream media say that we're in a recession. Y'all can feel it. Use common sense. You can feel it just about when you go to the grocery store and what you are paying. Everybody broke. You can't tell we're in a recession. You don't feel it, but you're going to let these people lie to you and convince you under the Biden and Harris administration, jobs are up. Growth is up. oh, the economy is great. Remember they kept saying about a year ago how great the economy was, that job hiring was at an all-time high and everything was great. Remember they tried to convince us of that when everybody was losing their job, when everybody who had small businesses were going bankrupt and closing their businesses down, when everybody who had one main job had to get 2 and 3 jobs. Remember they tried to convince us how great the economy was, and the stupid people went for it because they was arguing with me on Facebook when I was telling, hey y'all, we're in a low-key recession. They just haven't said it yet. And if you notice, under all the Democrat regimes, they never say we're in a recession. We can feel it. We can tell it. We don't have no money. Everybody broke around you. But they never say, hey, you in a recession. But they be quick to say it if it was under a Trump administration. Won't you say how great we was doing under Trump? Because I know that my business did the best. Under those 4 years, they were doing great. My clients, they did the best out of those 4 years. A lot of my women clients, they bought like 2 and 3 trucks. They were driving trucks, and they had drivers. Their company was doing amazing. I know a lot of my clients who had even quit their jobs and started their small businesses, everything that they always wanted to do but couldn't afford to do. Under the Trump administration, they were able to do that. And they were able to buy property, especially the people that was into real estate. They made a killing and were able to buy property under the opportunity zones. I was actually able to purchase my building under that. So everybody was eating, but they want you to forget about that, and they want you to tell you under her and Biden administration that we are doing absolutely great. No, the only thing that's doing, she was just a liar. The only people who's doing great in this economy is the elites and the illegals. You think the illegals worry about what they gonna eat for this Thanksgiving? No, they're not worried about it because they got 4,000 in link. No, they're not worried about how they gonna live because you know what? They get 5,000 in cash. No, they're not gonna worry about how they living because guess what? They rent is free. They get free rent assistance. So they stay in nice apartments, nice houses, and their rent is free. Everything is free for them. Free medical, free schooling, everything. So guess who's going to have a great Christmas, a great holiday, who's not worried about the things that we're worried about as American citizens, as the regular Chicago citizens, the working class, middle class. They're not worried about none of the things that we are worried about. Half of us we ain't finna have a real Thanksgiving dinner. Hell, food prices so high. Who can afford the food prices now? Turkey, dressing, macaroni and cheese, the eggs, the cheese high, the milk. Who finna turkey real high? If you want Cornish hens, all of this. So we the ones got to deal with that. Then we got to go work. Then gas high. We barely living. So, but they're living good. No, if my family can't be comfortable, if my kids can't eat, barely eating, if we got to work 3 jobs, I'll be damned if a legal gonna come in here and reap the benefits of my labor. It ain't gonna happen. If I'm not comfortable, ain't nobody gonna be comfortable. Not around in my neighborhood. If my kids can barely eat, you think you gonna come over here illegally and know you come over here illegally just to get free stuff, and you think we just gonna sit back and let it happen? Oh no, you got the wrong one. So all of y'all in here who talking crazy and who got a problem with us and who say what y'all want to say, y'all can go kick rocks. I keep telling y'all can go on in the corner, bump your head in the corner, because see, this idiot mayor, because he's steady, tried to make us, now we're already taxed to death. We got the highest taxes in Illinois. We got the highest taxes in Chicago, period. And then you're going to try to tax us almost to the exact amount what you paid on these illegals? So I showed that in the video before, just yesterday, the live video. I showed the reporter just tearing him up, saying, how you going to try to tax the Chicago citizens the same amount what you paid in these illegals, free, getting these illegals everything free? Won't you just call it won't you just tell the citizens that you are taxing them a migrant tax? This is called a migrant tax hike. That's what the reporter told him. He said, you might as well call it what it is. You paid for all these illegals, gave them free everything, steady giving them free everything, and now you're trying to make the citizens pay for it by taxing them to death. And he said that. He said, it's almost like they slaves, like you really trying to destroy these people. And then the idiot mayor said, no more questions, no more questions. Go look at my live I just did yesterday. I showed it and we talked about it. So this is what the Democrat Party is about. This is what these people do. They do not care about Chicago citizens. They do not care about American citizens. Their priorities are illegals, are LGBTQ, and what else? And unaliving. Your small little ones. Maybe they might ban me on here for saying that, but yeah. That's their agenda. And the American people have rejected that ideology. We don't want that. We don't want all of that LGBTQ in our schools. We are not accepting these illegals living out in our neighborhood. All while y'all stealing Miss Jessica home, Zoe home, none of that. And so I'm telling y'all this because this is what the media is giving. So I'm trying to prepare you all. My thing is to shine the light on what's going on in Chicago and what's going on in America. I want to shine the light on the Democratic policies and how they are hurting the Black community, how they are hurting the American community. The reason why I stress Black is because the Black are the ones who keep the Democratic Party in office. We are the ones who vote for them 90 to 95% of the time, and especially in these liberal cities. So we have to wake the Black citizens up. We have to stop voting blue no matter who. So Chicago flips red agenda. Chicago flips red, y'all. This is our shirts. This is who we are. Agenda is to flip Chicago red, flip Illinois red, to get these people out of office, to get this Porky Pig Pritzker out of office, because he gonna eat good this Thanksgiving. I bet you that. He's a billionaire. He don't care. So to get him up out of office, we're gonna get Mohawk Mayor Johnson up out of office. We're going to get the disgraced 50, which is all the aldermen out of office. We're going to get Tony Wrinkle out of office. We're going to get Kwame Raoul. As a matter of fact, where is Kwame Raoul? Have anybody heard from him since he got, hold on. Has anybody, could y'all go check on Kwame Raoul? Because we haven't heard from him. Ever since all of this been happening, you haven't heard from him. Shouldn't he be listening to us when we say we want Mayor Brandon Johnson audit? We want to see what's going on, how he spent our tax money on this illegal crisis. We want to see, because we know he just stole the money. So where's he? So yeah, he got to go. He got to go too. So we have a list of everybody who got to go. And we trying to wake y'all up before election time, because we have to make sure you all understand and educate yourself. Because if you don't, this is the consequences of your uneducated vote. When you vote blindly and don't look at policies, don't look at if a person is competent, and you only look at skin color and you do identity politics, you just vote blue no matter who, and you get somebody like Brandon Johnson or Tiffany Hilliard. Brandon Johnson, a black man that y'all said because he a black man and he going against a white man, and he has been voted. He's going down in history. A black man, y'all, going down in history as the worst mayor in America, y'all. I didn't say Chicago. I said in America. That should be a slap in the face for all the black men who own their stuff. Because what these people do is they constantly show, when we put people in office who are black, they should be showing excellence. They should be showing that we put you in office and they're doing a damn good job. Most of these people, all of them, everything that black that we put in office are a disgrace. They always be the worst. Look at Tiffany Hilliard, the worst, a black woman. We should be mad at them for not walking in excellence when you are representing us. If you want to represent a black woman, then be on your stuff. If you want to represent a black man, be on your stuff. Be great. You're supposed to be known as the best mayor ever in Chicago, and he a black man. That's what we can be proud of. Tiffany Hilliard should have went down as the youngest black female mayor who was the best. Did excellent. These two idiots are going down as the worst mayors, and they black. And guess what? That's who they messed over. The black people who put them in. Stealing their property, stealing all their resources, and putting illegals all in their neighborhood. And taxing them. This is who we keep putting in office. But as long as they got their black face, we good with that, right? No, we not. If we don't care if you green, if you gonna do your job and do it great, and we're benefiting from it, we don't care. As long as you do your job, you can be. It's this identity politics, y'all, is over with. We done with that. We want people who competent and who's going to do their job and who's going to look out for the people, the citizens that put them in that office. So whatever mayor we get this time, we're going to make sure he's a great mayor, and hopefully he's a Republican that if we get behind, he's going to either be an independent or Republican. If Chicago flips red, get behind him. And we're going to make sure, we're going to vet him and make sure he knows what he's doing. If he don't, he can't get in. But we sure not voting no blue. No matter who, it's not happening no more. The Democrats, like I told you all, they need to go sit in the corner for about 20 to 30 years until they realize, don't you ever play with the American citizens or the Chicago citizens again, or the black citizens. Don't you ever do it. Until y'all learn, y'all gonna sit in that corner and y'all gonna think about what y'all did. And they still haven't figured it out. So y'all might have to sit in there a little longer. And if y'all don't never get it, y'all won't never get into office again. I don't have no problem with that. But y'all gonna learn to stop playing with people. So that's what we are on. And I'm telling y'all this. Can y'all please like the video, please? Thank you all for being here. Thank you. I really appreciate you all being here. And I love you guys. And I just want to say this. The reason why I'm really pushing on this and really harping on this, because I see it. I know how the mainstream lying media do. They're setting you up, because when Trump do what he has to do, I just showed you all the people that this Biden and Harris administration has allowed to enter into our country. These people should be in jail for treason. So since we have so many criminals, since we have so many people here, and we don't know where they're at, they just said, the border just said, they don't know who, ICE don't know where they at. And we know, and the young lady just said, the Tren gang is here, and we know if they're in the sanctuary cities, because I told you all they're harboring them. So we know they're where they at, basically. The mainstream media is getting ready to show you when Trump come in, because Trump said on his first day, His main priority is to start this mass deportation. If these stupid governors and these liberal stupid sanctuary cities governor and mayor try to stop him, he not playing with them. Okay, so Trump done already put it out there because this is what we want. So he already said that if they try to stop him, it's going to be a problem, and he has no problem with utilizing the military. Okay, great. I love it. Now, what the mainstream media is getting ready to do and what's going to do is try to pull on your heartstrings. They're not going to show you how many criminals that came in here. They're not going to talk about Lake and Raleigh. They're not going to talk about the individuals that are dead because of what's going on. They're not going to show you all the numbers of how many criminals and rapists have came over here. They're not going to show you the terrorists that's here. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to show you a video of a woman and a child being deported. And then they're going to say, oh my God, Trump is tearing families away. Trump is taking women and innocent women and their kids. He's deporting them. This is what they're going to be showing you. And they're going to try to get you in your feelings. And so now if you're emotional, then you're going to be like, oh my God, okay, well, you don't have to do it. It's a woman. Oh my God, you don't have to do that. That's a child. So they're going to push this. This is going to be on every liberal media when Trump started doing this. Stay focused, y'all. Stay focused because these people are here and came here even though they knew they came here illegally and they are taking advantage of the system. They know it and they don't care. So if you come over here illegally, then you have to go. We have laws. We have policies of how you're supposed to do things. We cannot go to no other country, you all, go over there, cross illegally, and then they give us everything. And then we commit crimes or whatever we do, have babies there, they pay for it, and tax the citizens of that country, and it's okay. No other country accepts that. We have 21 million people here, and they got to go. So this is what they're going to show you. So I'm sorry, women, kids, y'all got to go. Come over here the right way. And the men, because I have seen in my neighborhood a bunch of military-age men. They're from 18 to 32, it look like. And they just walk right past my house. In the summertime, they all on mopeds on the sidewalk. A couple of them just rolled in the street and almost got hit. Almost started accidents. Don't follow no rules. How you on a sidewalk with a moped? So this is what they're not going to show you. So when Trump started implementing the things that he promised us he's going to do, and what majority of the American asked him to do and said they okay with, then let him do it. If the mainstream media, and you know what, you all, I'm finna tell y'all this. We need to cancel. We need to cancel Roland Martin. We need to cancel D.L. Hughley. We need to cancel Joy Reid. We need to cancel Plies. All those people who tried to lead us into a burning building, they got to go. Because you didn't care nothing about the American citizens. You were just trying to make sure you got your paper and you got your bag. So you wasn't trying to think about, you all say you for the black community and you try to look out for black. You didn't care nothing about black, because the real black issues that the black people are really having, you won't even talk about it. Steve Harvey. You won't even let us come on your show. Listen, y'all, I need y'all to listen to this. And this is straight up. We have Miss Jessica Jackson and Zoe go down there faithfully talking about how they're stealing black people property, how they stole their property. We got Taiwan Sims, who's homeless, who keep talking about he's homeless all while y'all housing illegals. This is all black people. Me talking about how illegals are all in my neighborhood with restaurants and stuff, and I can't even get a small business loan, or I can't even go across the street to do something that's going to benefit the family structure and the community without having to go through all these hoops. And then y'all let illegals do what they want to do. So we all have different walks of life that's detrimental to the black neighborhood, or that's happening in the black neighborhood. We're talking about our resources when they took our field house, our schools, and you put illegals in, and now you're papering them up over us, and now you're taxing us, and a lot of us are losing our homes and stuff. These are the black issues, right? Think about it. Stay with me, y'all. These are the black issues. Everybody now, Chicago Flips Red has gone all damn near worldwide. I got people, Miss Jessica, Zoe, because Miss Jessica don't want to be on social media. Zoe, we had people hitting us up all over the country, all over the world. We had people hitting us up from all over states, hitting us up saying, hey, you all doing a great job. We see you all down all the way over here. We see you here. In Georgia, we show y'all on the barbershop. I mean, we in the barbershop, we show y'all. In New York, we see y'all everywhere. We show y'all this. And New York is now want to be a part of this movement. California want to be a part of this movement. Can y'all come here? Can y'all come there? So you see the news showing us all the platforms. You see Anton Daniels, you know, all the number one social media YouTubers are showing what's happening, what's going on in Chicago, showing how this idiot black mayor is trying to tax us out of our homes, showing us how all these illegals is in our neighborhood, showing how they stole our homes. This is everywhere. You got everybody talking about it. White people, because Miss Jessica, she was on the Alex Jones show. So he got millions of people. So you got white people, you got everybody talking about it. Ask me this, you all. Talk to me. Y'all got to talk to me, and you all got to understand, and you all got to think. This is black people. It ain't white people talking about this. These are all black faces talking about the injustice and what's going on in the black community and what's going on. Why haven't Roland Martin invited us on his platform? Why haven't he even aired it? You got every YouTuber talking about it, every last one. You got all the news channel far as the local, like Fox and stuff that's not a Democratic paid for liberal news. You see, so everybody talking about it. Why Roland Martin won't cover it? Why he haven't even put it on his show? He on YouTube. Always talk about black people, and I'm for the black people, and I'm a black-owned media company. You got black people telling what's going on, how the Democrat Party is doing them, what's happening, and you mean to tell me you won't even talk about it? Y'all, that don't raise an eyebrow to y'all? Y'all ain't never thought about that? Now, D.L. Hughley. You have black people. You talk about the black people, and it's about black people this and black people that. You have a whole show. Why you haven't, we everywhere. Why you haven't added anybody? It should be black, the black media or the black people should be having us up there first saying, hey, this is the black people. This is what's going on in the black community. This is what's happening to black people since we care about black people so much. Why haven't none of them invited us on the show? Not one. They haven't even commented. Why Steve Harvey haven't? Why Plas ain't talking about it? Because I know you see it. So all these black people, we got white people talking about it. We got everybody, but why y'all haven't? Y'all got so-called black platforms. You a black show, Steve Harvey. Why you ain't talking about it? I just want to know. Because it don't fit their narrative. Because they're really not trying to help black people. They can care less about black people. It's because they only care about getting paid. They only care about making you a victim. They only care about you keeping you on a Democratic plantation, and that's their job. And they get paid very good. Very good. to keep you, they get paid very good to have you to accept this garbage. Accept those illegals in your neighborhood. Accept them stealing your property. Accept being pushed up out of your home. Accept that you're being taxed up out of your home. Accept that black bear trying to tax y'all while papering up these illegals. Accept that. We won't even talk about it. But why you won't? But you want us to accept that. But why you? Will you accept that? Will you even talk about it? Will you even bring us on the? Give us a voice? Let us talk to black people. You know, the black people who y'all got brainwashed. Can you let us tell our story? No. Zoe even tried. Zoe Lee, she went on the Breakfast Club. I was shocked. Charlamagne let her do that. That was a while ago. He didn't let her do it when they was trying to get Kamala in. So she hit up Roland Martin. She hit Joy Reid up. She hit all the so-called black bootleg who's supposed to be for the black people. Hit them all up just to be able to say, hey, y'all say y'all for black people. Hey, this is what's going on. I'm a black person. They just stole my mom's property. It's a lot of us down here talking about this. And this is what they're doing to the black community. This is how they're really hurting us. And this is how they're keeping us down. Hey, can we talk about it on your show? Can you bring me on? Crickets. They wouldn't even address her. Wouldn't even talk to her. Wouldn't even, and she know them. Like she done kicked it with some of them. Like where they've been around. Like they've been around. Like let's just say I know Zoe, but then when we go somewhere, Joy Reid and somebody else is there, and we all just around. Not that I'm her friend, but and so I try to get them to pick up, because y'all got black shows and stuff to pick up what's going on, and y'all won't even mess with me. And this is real black issues. This is really what's happening. But y'all won't even talk. And but then y'all push all this propaganda and lies about what's happening, but y'all won't tell what's really going on, what's really hurting black people, what's really happening in our neighborhoods, in our streets. That's what I'm telling y'all. These people are sellouts. Those are the real sellouts. These people don't care. Long as they can get the bag, long as they can get the money, long as they can send their kids to these white schools around these white people that they tell you is racist, long as they can go and hang with them and go into have the parties and be able to be invited to the Democratic parties with all the elites and get paid, and they can be around all these white people that they keep telling you to hate. Joy Reid telling you to hate, but she live around all these white people, hang with all these white people, kids go to these white people's schools. Long as they can get you to keep voting for what's not in your best interest. Long as they can keep you on that Democrat plantation, then that's their job. And they get paid really good for that. They don't care anything about what we're going through and what's going on. Everybody else inviting us on their show to tell it. They just say, hey, y'all, I just want to get the story out, what's going on. I'm just showing what's going on. I see what y'all going through is horrible. Should none of y'all have to be going through that. What these people are doing to y'all is horrible. And especially since the black woman and all that are supposed to be the backbone of the Democratic Party, or the black people are supposed to be the backbone of the Democratic Party. This is horrible. I'm going to give y'all a voice to tell it, to get it out. Or I'm going to show this. But the main black people who supposed to be black media and got the and trying to educate our black people and look out for our black people, they won't even touch none of this. But they'll push these lies. They'll tell you that the border was closed. They'll tell you that we don't have all these illegals in our neighborhood. They'll tell you that Kamala was the best thing that happened. They'll tell you that their economy is great. They'll tell you that everybody is doing great. They'll tell you that she was the best thing. They'll tell you she was the best vice president, when everybody knows she was the worst. They'll tell you that, hey, don't believe your lying ass. We know that y'all can't pay y'all rent. We know that y'all can't afford to feed your kids. We know that y'all kids can't read. We know all of that. We know the educational system is terrible. We know they got men that want to be women and women that want to be men all in y'all bathrooms. We know all of this. But Guess what? The economy is great. Biden and Harris is doing a great job. Vote for her. Keep voting for this. This is what they gonna tell us. That's why I said, y'all, they need to be canceled. These people need to feel it. Until you learn to stop sending black people and stop sending people who listen to you in general into a burning building when you know they gonna get, you already know it's like sending sheep to the slaughter. You know that they gonna destroy their communities. You know that they're voting, what they're voting for is to their detriment. You know it. And you just gonna keep letting them do it and keep encouraging that. These people should understand that don't you ever play with Black America again. Don't you ever play with America again. We have to let these people understand. If y'all act like y'all speak for us, which y'all don't, because let's just be clear. Joy Reid, you're not even from here. You said you from the Congo. So most of these people who acting like they are with the black people and know the black plight, they not even from here. They illegals themselves. They immigrants themselves. Well, they probably came on here the right way, but they're immigrants themselves. So they don't have to, the foundational black, they don't care about us. They don't care about where we at and we the lowest economically, period. That we vote blue no matter who faithfully for 50, 60 years, and we're the lowest economically, period. Black people than Hispanic people. So they don't care about that. They don't know. So because they're immigrants, they're not even from here. So with the real black plight and the foundational blacks, what we're going through, they don't care. They don't even, it's like whatever, so what? They not us. They not like us. And they show that all the time. So we need to make sure we let them know. You did that. You tried to sell, you sold us out, okay? We will not watch you. We will not listen to your show, Steve Harvey. Roland Martin, you out of here. You really out of here. D.L. Hewler, you out of here. We have to make these people suffer and watch. If we stop listening to them, stop looking at their stuff, watch what's going to happen. Watch how they change their tune, y'all. Watch. When they see you not falling for the garbage, when they see that you're going to hold them accountable for what they're doing, watch how y'all, I'm telling y'all, if we just do this, if we just counsel them, if we stop listening to them, watch how they do it. They hold us stuff in the flip. Watch. What they telling us now, they gonna start, hey, what's going on? They whole little spiel gonna change. Because now they're gonna start doing what they know we want and what we need. So because they all about money, you all, it's about them just getting paid. So whatever they got to do to get paid, see, all that race baiting and all that black woman and you a black woman, see, that ain't working no more. See, because a lot of black people have woken up. We don't care about that. We're looking at policy. We're understanding that we're the lowest economically. We understanding that if we allow all these illegals in our neighborhood, we're going to be pushed out. We're going to be not only have no jobs, then what's going to happen is it's going to be blacks, Venezuelans, and then Hispanics. We understand that. The economic, if we allow this, it's going to be black at the lowest, then the Venezuelans going to come in and be over us. We understand this. But what they're going to do is, because they see that black people ain't falling for this garbage, and we ain't going there no more, that you ain't going to be able to say, because you black, you need to do this. You black, we want substance. We want tangibles. They going to start catering to what they know we want. Watch. They whole spiel going to change. If we just show them. So now they're going to start being more truthful to us. They're going to start letting it be known what's really going on. They're going to start having people like us on their platforms to tell what's really happening in these streets. So but if we just keep letting them push lies and propaganda just to get them paid, and they're the only ones, they kids and they wife, and they benefiting from that, and they going on trips with the white people they tell us that's to stay away from, and they going to their schools and they golf outings, they gonna keep doing it. We're going to have to let them know, like the American, the working class, middle class citizens, let them know we ain't taking it no more because we voted for Trump like we did. And not only that, he got the popular vote. That was sending them a message. That was sending the Democrat Party a message. The message that we sent as Americans was we're not going for it. We don't care about what y'all talking about no more. The America, the way it was going was in the wrong direction. We want to go in a new direction, and we're not accepting that. And all the lies that y'all mainstream media was pushing, we ain't going for them. But we see past the garbage. If you know it, notice DNC, what we call it, NBC, tanking. Their ratings are tanking in the dirt. If you notice, the CNN ratings tank. All these liberal medias that been lying to us and been pushing lies, ratings are tanking. They're going crazy. Special MSDNC, I can't remember. I can't believe that they even got away with half of the lies they was telling. I can't even believe that they didn't get sued. I can't even believe that they even called themselves journalism. They should have just been called a propaganda network. I can't believe all the lies and all the misinformation they were being able to spew all through this election. I can't believe it. So now I'm so glad the American people are waking up to say those were all lies, and they're counseling them. Their ratings are in the tank, y'all. And now all of them scared. Y'all see Morning Joe, what did they do? They went and met with Trump because they know they was lying. They know all that was lying. But see, this is why I said, dear Hewlett and all of them, if we start messing with their money, because that's what they care about. They don't care about you. They care about your money. If you start messing with their money, they're going to change their tune. Just like the Morning Joe show, him and his wife, their money is going to be messed with. It's being messed with. Their ratings are taking. So they care about that bad. They care about still living that lavish lifestyle, still getting paid millions. They care about that. They don't care about what they saying. They know that what they were saying were lies. They just cared about that paper. Now that their paper is in jeopardy, now all that money they was getting is in jeopardy. Guess what they did? They changed their tune. They went and met with Trump because they knew they was lying anyway. So now this is what these people do because it's all about the money. They looking at the dollar signs they trying to keep, and what they need to do to stay relevant and to keep getting paid. So they went and bowed down and met with Trump. This is what we got to make these black people do. Understand, don't you play with us. Stop playing with us. We not playing with y'all. Y'all gonna stop selling us out. Y'all gonna shut up. Don't say nothing. If you all are not gonna and really speak for the black citizens or the regular citizens that's on the ground going through what's really going on, if you all are not gonna speak for us and let us speak, use your platform to really help, like y'all say y'all was doing, then y'all gonna learn to either shut up and don't get into politics, or you gonna tell the truth, or you cancel. We got to start holding these people accountable, like every other race hold their people accountable. You're not gonna keep lying to us and pushing us over the cliff and think it's cool just for you so you can get paid. We ain't going for that no more. It's over for you. So that's where we at, y'all. That's where we at this point. This is where we at. We are not playing. Chicago flips red. It's not playing. We're not playing with Brandon Johnson. He's going to allow Trump to get rid of these people. If he don't, we are on his butt. We're not playing with him. If he don't, and he trying to give Trump a hard time, we want Trump to audit all these idiots. We're tired. We're not playing because all that money that you trying to tax us, now he just proposed 150 million tax hike. So he's steady trying to tax us after he campaigned and promised not to go up on our property taxes. He's still trying to itch that in to pay for these illegals and all the money he stole. He's still trying. Yet in the whole other breath saying he's not going to let nobody touch those illegals. He's going to keep papering them up. Even though we're broke, even though we're in the $1 billion deficit, hey, I'm not going to let them go. You ain't coming to touch them, Trump. Yeah, but hey, we got to tax y'all. Somebody got to pay for it. That's basically what he's saying. All in the while, his wife getting everything, all this new stuff, office, $80,000 office, renovation, $40,000 for a desk. He's steady paying all this money, but somebody got to pay for these illegals that we allowed to stay over here that we talking about we ain't gonna let Trump get. Taxpayers, y'all have to pay for this. We know that y'all can't barely pay your, afford your rent and all that, but hey, sorry, don't affect us. No, it ain't happening. That's over. It's over for that. So that's what we are about. That's what Chicago Flips Red about. We're not playing with these Democrats. If anybody want to be a part of Chicago Flips Red, y'all can email me. Y'all can email Chicago, all hands on deck. Email Chicago, all hands on deck @gmail.com. I'm going to put that soon as this live load. And you all, if you want me to train you, if you all want a Chicago Flips Red shirt, you can still email all hands on deck to get the shirt, you all, because we're going to be wearing this a lot. When we go down there and city council meeting next week 2, we're going to have our shirts on. We ain't playing with them. We're going to let them aldermen know, don't y'all vote for this doggone budget. Don't y'all vote to raise our taxes not a bit. And whoever is voting for this, we're going to put y'all on blast and we're going to show your constituents everything that who voting for what. So the people in your district can know, oh, your alderman voted for this. He voted or she voted to raise your taxes. They voted to keep these illegals here. We are putting everybody on blast, okay? Ain't nobody safe. So if you want to be a part, if you from any state, it don't matter, because we are going to make this citywide, statewide, all over America. Whoever tired of these Democrats and tired of how their city is being ran and stuff, it's getting ready to be a movement. We not playing. People from New York, California, Denver, they're asking us to come and they want to be set up. They, like New York Flips Red. California Flips Red. They want to set up their own, all us be together. We are going to be doing that. We're going to have like Zoom meetings with everybody, and we're going to see if we meet with everybody can come together maybe once every 2 months or something in a central location, and we, just see what our next move is to help every state and all that. But we ain't playing. These Democrats gonna sit in the corner for 20 to 30 years. We ain't playing with them, or they gonna do right by people. So we holding Republicans accountable too. They ain't getting out of it, but we just making sure it's gonna either be Republicans or independent. Democrats don't stand a chance no more. So that's what we are on. That's what we're about. So if you want to be a part of Chicago Flips Red, then email us at Chicago all hands on deck @gmail.com. If you want me to train you, if you want one of these outfits, I got a bunch of them. I have some old different kinds. Then my IG it's going to be on here. My IG is You Against You Fitness. My Facebook is Danielle Carter Walters. Twitter, Daddy. See, I put all that up in there. And, my TikTok. So that's what's going on, y'all. I love y'all. And listen, I keep saying I'm going to give you all a fitness tip every time, because this is where fitness meets politics. So anytime I leave, I'm going to always give you all something to do with fitness, because being healthy is the main thing. We can't do none of this if we're not healthy. All right? So this is the app machine, y'all. They usually have this at any Planet Fitness. This is actually a Planet Fitness machine, but anywhere. All right. So if you're in the gym and you see one of these machines, right? This is, I'm getting ready to show you a move you can do that's going to work the bottom abs to the top abs, the top abs to the bottom abs. So we're going to work the front abs, and then we're going to work the side, the obliques. This is how this is what I'm going to show you. All right, so what I'm going to do is raise my leg because I want to work the bottom abs and the top abs. So I'm right here, and look. Okay, so look, let's just say I did 30 on this side. Okay, I did 30 on this side. Now we're going to alternate, y'all. This is a straight ab burner. Look, we're right here. Alternate. So now 30, that's already 60. 30 more, that's 90. You already did 90 abs just on this machine, right? Now, that's from the front abs, from the bottom to the top, to the top to the bottom. Now let's see the obliques, right? Because you know you want that lad in your stomach. Okay, so look, you're going to turn sideways. A lot of people don't do it. So you turn sideways, right? See how my legs are sideways? I'm right here. And I'm still lifting this leg. Look. You see it's working right here. So look, back. Give me that knee. Back. Give me that knee. Stay sideways. Back. Give me that knee. Then, let's just say you did 30 on that side. You turn to the other side. Want those lines? These obliques? Look. Give me that knee. All right? So you just done work obliques, top to bottom abs. That's for that fupa. You know when we can't stand that fupa. You just did all of that on one machine. So this is the ab machine at Planet Fitness, as you can see it. So always, if you can, get an ab machine like this, always try to get you some knee, bend your knee with it. Bring your knee to your chest. Think about that. You're going to work top to bottom abs. That you're going to feel it. Slim stomach, obliques too. That's what this helps, okay? So I love y'all. Where's Carmi Kilpatrick at? Right? Where are all these people at? Let me see some. He's in the basement trying to take my rights. Everybody said he's in the basement trying to take my rights. Y'all are crazy. Listen, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. We got to save. If you're in Chicago, we got to save Chicago. We got to save Illinois. Illinois is waiting on Cook County to turn red, you all. We're the only reason why we seriously have not flipped red. So we have to wake our people up in Chicago, Cook County, because we have to make sure in 4 more years, we can make this a swing state. So that's what we're on. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this a swing state. And not only that, our local people, we're getting them up out of here. They has to go. All right. So I love y'all. I love you all so much. Just always make sure if you're not saved and you're not sure if you're saved, because you don't know when your life is going to be over. Tomorrow is not promised to us, you all. We can just be in our sleep and never wake up. If you're not sure, always make sure that you're saved. You have a relationship with Christ. If you're not sure, always say, you can do it now. Father God, repent in your heart, repent and confess with your mouth. Repent. I'm sorry. I know I'm evil. I'm a filthy rag. I can't do nothing right. I can't do nothing without you. Please forgive me for my sins. I know that the way I'm living is not right. I know, just repent. Whatever is your issue, repent about it. Mean it. Ask Jesus to take that. Confess. So that's repent. Confess with your mouth that you know that he's the Son of God, that he died for your sins and rose with all power in his hands. Once you do that, then you ask God, okay, Father, I don't know. I'm new to this. I don't know nothing about you. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going back what people told me you are, who they told me. I need to know you personally. I want to know you personally. Please come, change me. Let me know that you are real. Let me know that so I can have that experience with you. This is all you have to do. Take all of me and give me all of you. I want to live for you. I want to do your will in these last and evil days. Y'all say that prayer. Ask God, and I'm telling you, He gonna show up, because most likely if you saying that, He been pulling on your heart to do it anyway. So if you get on your knees or you just ask Him now and you don't even, He's pulling on your heart anyway, because He's trying to He's getting your attention, and it's your time. So if you find yourself doing it, God, it's your time to do it. So do it, you all, and God is going to do it. He's going to show you, because like He said, I set you apart for such a time as this. All right. So we got to trust Him with all this evilness that's going on. We see Biden just trying to start WW3. You see how these evil people get down. We need God more than ever. All right. Because we are the ones, we are the salt of the earth. We are the ones that's really keeping that evil at bay, you all. We're keeping the evil from just fully taking over. All right. The children of God. So I love you all. When I say God, I mean Jesus Christ. I like to be specific, because everybody say God. All right. I love you all. Please, please, please go and follow me on my other things, but I'll put that on the comments. I love you all. Stay safe. All right. And Jesus bless you all. Bye-bye.